I grew up with the idea I had of God was this vengeful. I was basically afraid of God because this was this all-powerful being and kind of controlled a lot of where I could possibly end up. About a year and a half ago, I divorced. The children were grown. It was a perfect time for me to spread my wings a little bit, and the company that I work for also has a branch here in Utah. So it was suggested to me that I come out to Utah and just kind of check it out. I got off the plane, fell in love instantly. I knew right away that I wanted to end up here. So I went back to Nebraska, started the ball rolling, and a year ago, about 14 months ago, I relocated here with my son. Everything was just fine. A couple of months later, I decided maybe it was time to start dating or see if I wanted to date. And I met a wonderful woman. She didn't mention anything about what religion she was, and I didn't either. But about the third date, she mentioned her religion, and I had never even been exposed to her religion. And I thought, you know what, that's interesting, that's fine. I asked her if it was a problem that we were different religions, and she said no, that it wasn't. But she did want me to learn about her religion. She wanted me to know enough to defend it. There's a lot of myth and rumor out there about this religion, and so she just wanted me to know more about it. And I said, yeah, I would love to know more about it. And so I began to learn more about it. About third, fourth, fifth lesson, I heard how loving God is, and it really opened my mind up to start to listen a lot more carefully. Growing up, I knew all the prayers that I was supposed to know. I went to the church school, and so I knew how to recite all the prayers, but what these lessons were teaching me was that it was possible to have a relationship with God and not live in fear of God, and that was very appealing to me. When I started to hear that, I felt like I need to know more about this. I really need to know more about this, and my interest really piqued. I began to have a relationship with God. I began to have conversations. Instead of reciting these prayers, I started to have conversations with God. And it was just amazing, the transformation that happened in me. Doom and gloom kind of went away. The fear of anything kind of went away. I learned that, if you need things, you can ask for things. If you want something, you can ask for something. And like I said, as soon as all that started making sense for me, I was ready to get baptized. Throughout my life, I've heard that God speaks to you in still small voices. Well, sometimes God gives you a shove. And I think my shove was when I decided to move out here. For me, that was undeniable. It was just crystal clear. I'd have to be deaf, dumb, and blind not to realize that God was guiding me in this direction. But the biggest advice I would give is to just listen. Pay attention to what's going on around you. And if you're able to see something different or feel something different, start looking in that direction. Start asking questions, and the best person to ask questions is God. And you can do it just like you have a conversation with anyone else. I never knew that. For 53 years, I didn't know how to do that.